Hi, all, welcome to DCA Finance. So let's quickly have a look at the US dollar index. So as you can see, US dollar index just pumped like crazy from since like May 2021, right? So we've seen like a massive uptrend. But as you can see here, if you look at the RSI, so this is the weekly chart, we can see clear bearish divergence on the RSI. So this is the RSI, and you can see RSI made like lower low and another lower low. So while the price is going higher, right, the price kept on going higher, like for example from about like this top on RSI over here. So price went up, RSI is going down, so we can see it's losing kind of like momentum, right? So, and if we see in this is the weekly chart, so in few weeks time, furthermore downside, like furthermore downside on RSI, and we see if it breaks like probably 107.7 or so and drop and close a candle below 107.7, that means US dollar is going to go down, not lower, given that it pumped so high. And that's exactly what we want to see. Like when that happens, traditional markets, Bitcoin, gold, silver will pump lot higher. That's when we would probably know, okay, that's the bottom for Bitcoin. So I still believe the bottom is in, right? Worst come to us, we'd probably say 16,000, or we'll probably go and retest 17K. But this is the time to start accumulating for long term. DCA buy, right? No, we're not going to go all in with DCA buy. And even if you look at the daily chart for US dollar, right? Look at this, higher high, higher high, higher high, higher high, right? Three higher highs. But on the RSI, high, lower, high, lower, high, and then there's another lower high, right? So this is looking good. Traditional markets and Bitcoin and gold and silver or any other asset class. We just want to see US dollar break. Say we want to see breaks at least 107.70, right? And when we see a candle below, like first, let's say if it breaks 109.387, right? That's the first support we want to see it breaks. And then when it breaks about like 107, things are looking really good. Then we can see dollar would probably come back down to about 105, or it could drop all the way back down to this support area, which is like 100. If we see that sort of a drop, or even if we see DXY tend to like consolidate, like we're not gonna go up or down, like consolidate here for like few months, that's when we will see like massive gains for Bitcoin. And looking at the Bitcoin price, this is the USDC and this is the USDT. So things are looking good. Like I still believe the bottom is in. Worst come to worst, we pull the 16K. So who cares, right? Buying it now and or buying it like $2,000-3,000 later, it doesn't make much difference if you're gonna sell it at like 80,000, 90,000, 100,000 or so. So who cares like how much you spend as long as you bought it below 20K. So anything below 20K is a bargain. I know like the sentiment is really bad at the moment. There's so many bad news out there. And Federal Reserve last overnight mentioned they're going to keep on increasing interest rates, but it doesn't look like they're going to. It looks like they are failing, right? They cannot keep up with this sort of a crazy interest rate hike, right? They cannot keep up with this sort of a interest rate hike. I don't think they're going to win. So if they feel like they're not going to win, then they'll probably start to taper off. They'll pivot and then say, they, instead of like 75 basis points, they'll probably start reduce it to 50 to 25 basis points. When that happens, US dollar will go down, and then traditional market, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies will go a lot higher. And since Bitcoin hit like 17,500 in June, mid-June, we've been like consolidated for some time. And even on the weekly chart, it looks like we have reached the bottom, right? As I said, let's go to the weekly chart. as I mentioned earlier, bottom is in. For me, bottom is in, and then you see this sort of doubly pattern. I want to see Bitcoin go above and close above, like probably about 20. Right now, I would like to see it break above at least 20,000. Right? Anything about 20,500, 20,000, 20,800 will be really bullish. So if we see that during next week, that would be really, really bullish. And you can see it's sort of like making this W pattern. So this is like a very bullish pattern. Likewise, if you make that sort of bullish pattern, and when it goes above 24, comes up to 24,000 and then breaks above 24,000, that could be really bullish, right? So best time to get in, right? And then we should not lose this opportunity. Best time to have a diversified portfolio, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins. Altcoins are really cheap at the moment. Ethereum is also cheap, around 1,300, 1,250. Great time to get in. If it goes lower, we keep on accumulating for long term, right? We DCA buy. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, so that's just a quick video. I'll talk to you in the next video. Thank you. See ya.